What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rise and Grind. Happy Monday. We are in April 14th, aka the day before taxes are due.
Boo.
Nobody loves this day. We need an opposite hype button. Hype button. We do not want to pay taxes. This stinks. Everybody hates tax day. There's nobody likes tax day. Even if you say you like tax day, behind the doors, you're crying about tax day.
Absolutely.
Because I'm crying about tax day. We all hate tax day.
Yeah.
So it's freaking the day before tax day. So, that's why we're having a coffee today.
Yeah. It's also midway through April, which
my twins are
I
a year
feel like
old.
we just said, oh my gosh, it's midway through March. And we were surprised by that. And here we are.
Don't blink.
Yeah.
Don't blink because it's coming. So weekend story real quick. So literally this weekend, a crazy twist of events. My neighbors hit me up and they're like, yo, heads up, people were going through my cars.
Oh.
Like break-ins. And I was like, no way. So literally, I'm like, okay, I'm checking my cameras. Long story short, like people in my neighborhood are all on high alert right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is 2 nights ago. So last night, we're sitting here and there's 2 cars with their lights off parked outside of my house at like 8:30 p.m.
Oh my gosh.
So Jacqueline sees it on her phone, like Ring or whatever. It sends you the notifications like there's a motion outside.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, what is it? So I go outside and there's legit 2 cars are sitting there. So I was like, okay, here we go. It's game time.
You grabbed a baseball bat?
No, I don't need no baseball bats. I'm ready to go. So anyway, so I go outside and there's these 2 cars and there's all these young kids in it, right? So there's like all high schoolers. And I was like, what the hell? So my neighbor who's a cop, I start talking to him. We go up to the cars and essentially have you guys ever heard of Senior Assassin Night?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Well, I don't think it was when I was in high school, but I keep seeing it on Instagram right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So apparently Senior Assassin is when you go and you shoot them with water guns and they don't expect it. So this, my next door neighbor she was in high school, obviously, and she's having her friends over. And these 2 cars were waiting for 2 girls to show up so they could water gun them, right?
You blew up their spot.
So I was like, dude, this is not the fucking night to do this. We just got robbed. His neighbor just got robbed last night.
Oh my god.
And as they pulled up, there was 2 wall cops taking police reports at that time. No joke, at the same exact time. And so they like scurried away really quickly.
Oh my god.
And then throughout the night, after we figured out it was like these kids, we were like, all right, whatever. But the one thing though too that freaked me out and that I told them essentially to leave was that like you see all these kids now on TikTok doing these crazy things. Like I don't know if you guys saw a thing in Tom's River where there was those 17-year-olds who like went head on because there's this trend going on right now with TikTok where you go the opposite direction on a highway.
What?
And you go full speed on a car.
No.
And they literally just killed.
That can't be a trend.
They just killed a mother and like 2 kids or a kid or something like
Wait,
that.
How?
And so that's why I saw
to
these
do
high
that.
school kids and I'm like, I don't care if you're kids, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
like that's the problem because people are crazy and these TikTok trends are stupid.
Alarming.
It's so
alarming. Like I get trends are trending, right? So people watch them for a reason, but to then see one that's that
Megan's
dangerous,
quote of the day: trends are trending.
Trends are trending.
Can we frame that somewhere?
That should be our new background.
Quote of the day: Megan, trends are trending. I love it.
I mean, they're trends for a reason, right? That's what I mean by that.
Like
they're trends for a reason. People are watching them for a reason, but that doesn't mean you should go and drive into oncoming traffic.
Legit.
That's like
what's the point of that?
If your friends jumped off a bridge, would you jump off too? I feel like my mom used to always say
I know.
Like when if
always
someone does something, you don't do it too.
Mm-hmm.
If it's dangerous, and that's insane.
Yeah. So the point of it is obviously we talk a lot about these different trends that are happening with marketing and stuff. But there's a lot of dark stuff happening, and that's why like gone are the days where it's like, oh, it's just high school kids having fun. It's like honestly, like I'm not playing games like that. Like again, if I'm out and it's just me and somebody's busting my chops, like it's different. But if you're outside of my house, like my personal residence, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail
to protect
straight
your
up.
family. Yeah,
100%. And that's why it's like scary because like when those kids killed that mother and her kids, whatever the heck actually wound up happening. I don't know. Don't fact check me on that, but I know somebody like one of the kids died or something crazy. And it's like, you see those types of things happening and it's like, what world are we living in? And that's why it's like not even high school kids can you be like, oh, it's just high school kids. Cause like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like what kind of prank are they playing right now?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you got to be careful. So anyway, with that said, make sure you lock your doors. And I'm going to say this real quick, actually, while I'm going, because my neighbor is a cop and he always said to me, he's like because like on on the different cameras, because all the dads in the neighborhoods that I'm in were texting videos of like the people that we saw, and the ones that had locked doors, the kids would go up to it and they would go jingle the door, and if it was locked, they would leave. But if the door is open, obviously, what do they do? Like one of the guys, my neighbor, the guy opened the door, got in his car, closed the door, was looking around doing stuff, and then got out and then left. And it was like, damn, like, you know, it's like, so lock your doors no matter what. I know a lot of times people are like, who cares? I know some people who leave their windows open in their cars. Like, straight up lock your doors, because this is the worst thing. If somebody gets in your car and you have a garage opener, especially, or some sort of key or whatever the heck to your house in your car, or something that gets you access to your house, that's where you are royally fucked. Because if they get into your house, it's just crazy. You know what I mean? So it's like, you don't want to be put in that position, and you're seeing, and people, I don't mean for this whole Rise and Grind to be about breaking or entering, but literally just to throw a warning out there, guys, you got to be careful, because it's always a thing where it's like, oh, it's not going to happen to me until it happens to you. And like a lot of these people now, these degenerates do not give a shit about cameras anymore.
No.
Like, I see them straight up going into houses, looking at the camera and still proceeding. Like, and they don't care. And it's like, not just in Jersey, obviously,
wild.
It's everywhere. They're seeing the cameras and they're still proceeding. They don't care. And so it's like, damn, like, you know, now we're all put in positions where it's like, all right, well, if somebody breaks in your house and you're met with them, it's like, well, so, you know, what are you going to do? Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, cause they don't care. That's the thing. They don't care. You don't know what they have on them.
Right.
Anyway, and rant, but point is that was my weekend.
Oh my
and I was
gosh.
Actually, I was also fighting raccoons this weekend.
Wow.
She would say raccoons.
No.
Literally raccoons.
Wow. I'm just picturing in my head you versus raccoons.
The raccoons are up like 5, John 0. And at this point, like every time I have a party.
Where's the video of this? This is what we want to see.
That's what we really need. There's videos. There's actually, where I lost my entire shit was last Monday. I'm in a suit like this, getting ready for Rise and Grind. How you doing? Like that. Getting ready to go. I'm pulling out of my driveway, right? I look at my garbage cans on the street, because my garbage comes on Mondays, and garbage is all over the street and all over everything. And now I'm like, who's going to pick this up? Because I'm not doing it. Like, and of course, I had to do it. So I had to go outside. And literally, of course, it's at the time where all the kids are getting on the bus, all the parents are outside. There's 10 million parents outside, and there's John in a suit just picking up garbage, just grabbing garbage all over the place. I look up, I see Jacqueline and my kids just sit there looking at me. What's up? And anyway, long story short, I had these things that you put on the garbage cans that were supposed to be like, it's like a bungee type cord.
Yeah, I have it on mine too. The lid lock thing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But the one that I had before went on the back of the handle, and then it just like extended all the way to that little front thing. And they blew past that thing.
Really?
Yeah, like they just lifted it up and like broke my garbage can.
They're so smart.
Right. They're crazy. So anyway, I found these other ones where it's like a really tight strap that goes around it, but you have to screw it in on each side. And so anyway, right now I got these things locked and loaded, so you can't even open them. Like, and it's not like it's
not fun cleaning up garbage all over.
No, that's why I broke my limit last time. I was like, that's it. I'm not doing this anymore. So anyway, I installed that this weekend too. So that was fun.
You had a good weekend.
We were getting it. So you kick us off on topics. Let's start going on topics.
Okay, well, Instagram is testing out lockable posts, which is really interesting. I mean, it's different from people subscribing to an email list, but now you can essentially subscribe to an Instagram account and get access to their lockable posts. So essentially what you're going to see is the post blurred out, and then there's going to be a spot where you can put in a secret code. So to get that secret code, obviously you're going to have to DM the page that you're looking for, or do something of that, some sort of engagement to get that code and then be able to see that post. I am predicting that you're going to be able to start to target this select group of audience to be able to get better converting ads in the future.
I love that.
Yeah. So really interesting, different form of engagement. And I mean, there's always different forms of engagement popping up. This one is a really interesting. I don't know how much time I would take personally to see a lockable post, go and DM someone, get the secret code, go back to the post, put in the code. Doesn't it seem like a lot of work?
It seems like that would work really well for like OnlyFans type people.
Yeah.
Like, why would I lock a post? You know what I mean?
So
people are gonna do it in the beginning.
They were saying like a promo, maybe if it's like 20% discount, But you would have to
you're
say that
making
in the caption. You would have to put that in the caption.
but it
to make
defies
appealing.
all of the things that we know about the consumers and what they want. Like
Mhm.
Amazon is a $1 trillion company. Why? Because it's easy, one-click purchase.
Right.
Like you're making it less friction.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But what
Too
you're
many
but
steps.
if I have to go get a code somewhere, unless it's like, yo, Tony Robbins just put out a code for this unlimited thing, like that's one thing. But like, I just don't.
It's
Unless
still a lot of steps.
it's
Would
a lot
you
of steps.
consider it?
It worries me unless it's somebody huge
Right.
and there's something crazy exclusive that I can't get anywhere else. Then it's like, all right, well, let me go do X. That's why it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, I could see it for explicit content, like the
Yeah.
OnlyFans type of creators. Otherwie,
The content that Rob's be looking at all the
I
time.
don't know. Yeah. Throwing Rob under the bus.
The
on a
dark web
Monday.
Rob. Dark web Rob. Robbie Dark Webs, I think they call him. He's got a couple of nicknames.
Yeah. So we'll see how that plays out on Instagram.
There you go. Why is his laptop always crashing? I don't know. IT's like, why is Rob's laptop always fucked? I don't know.
He just downloads huge media files every day.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Emily's is
Quote,
perfect.
unquote.
I don't know. Emily's never it's crashing. She downloaded the same file. She can Pearlie's never crashing. I don't know. It's just Rob. All right, what else we
Oh
got? Let
my
me go to
gosh.
Apple. Let's go to Apple. Apple.
Okay.
So insane. I don't know if you heard about this yet, but literally Apple is bringing 600 tons of, I'm sorry, maybe, can we fact check this? Is it 60 tons? Just double check that. But they're bringing a shit ton of iPhones and their devices from China to the US actively right now to avoid the tariffs.
600 tons.
Okay, I was right. Thank you.
Yeah.
600 tons.
Which
of
is
devices.
roughly 1.5 million units, and it's from India to the United States.
Oh, India.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're trying to avoid all these tariffs. So again, that's not the worst idea in the world when you think about it. So they're over investing in their product and getting it here ASAP,
Mhm.
so they don't have to, so they can beat the tariffs. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of companies that are doing this. We have a client that I recommended to do this, where they're in the product game, and typically they order, as per diem as needed. And in this situation, it's like, hey, if based on your couple years, of inventory, like if you're going to be needing at least get like a minimum volume, at least you'll know what you kind of need. So you get at least a little bit, because like I heard somebody tell me like their like prices on tariffs for them in their industry specifically are going to go up like 25 to 30%.
Oh, that's a lot.
And now imagine what that looks like in real time, right? So like if you go to a store and buy a pair of shoes, and those shoes shoes are fucking expensive now.
Yeah.
But if you go and get like a pair of like Nikes or something like that, and they were normally $70, throw an additional what? Like, it could be 30%, 20%,
Yeah.
whatever it is. So it's like, I mean, it's no joke. And things were already expensive. But again, just so for business owners, if you have the ability to do this before all these tariffs really start to, take effect as much, because we have a lot of people who do get stuff from China. Product wise,
Yeah.
so it's like one of those things where it's like people who are ordering from China, it's like go get some extra shit. Even though these things are already in place right now, technically. But.
Pay for the warehousing here, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's worth it. That's crazy though. That 30%'s a lot. From
Well, I mean,
consumer
China is
spending.
150, I think, right now. Percent tariffs
really?
right now. Yeah, can you check that real quick? I think it's 150, but I think last time it was 125, or maybe they delayed it. The 90-day delayed a lot of them.
125.
Yeah, 125. So it's like, it's no joke. I mean, that's why, because when you think about it, when people are going to China because they are doing what? Like they're trying to save money so they can make more money in the business. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of paying, workers here to do it, like, and to get the product sourced and whatever else, it's less expensive. Makes sense. Obviously, we all understand it. But if you look at 125% on top of what you're doing, now it's not cheap anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what they're obviously trying to do. So we'll see. But obviously the goal is to potentially overinvest. Apple's doing that. They're investing in product so that they could avoid these tariffs.
Yeah, it's good. They're saying too that the tariffs are going to increase ad spend costs as well, meaning that you're not going to get as much bang for your buck as you were, 6 months ago. So that's something to just keep in mind.
How the hell does a digital thing have to do anything with that?
Yeah, they're saying consumer spend, because tariffs affect consumer spending, which then affects the way that they engage with ads as well.
Mm.
Yeah. AI written content, we've been talking a lot about different ways to use AI, especially for content and copywriting. And now they're saying that search engines are using their Google quality raters to find AI written content and then blacklist that content essentially. So it's not going to start to rank any content that's written by AI. And so if you have used AI, even for research of website copy, blogs, anything that you have on your site, you're going to want to run that through an AI checker. Make sure that it comes out as mostly written by human and not AI. Otherwise, you may see that your site is dropping in the search rankings or you're not getting as much organic search to your site.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like at the end of the day, first off, anybody on my team or in my personal life that is watching this, don't ever write me something directly from ChatGPT or a Gen AI. I know instantly. All the people that I know that I speak to, especially on my team that send me shit back, it drives me up a wall.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna send me a text, if you're gonna send me an email, if you're gonna send me a G chat, if you're gonna do anything you're communicating with me on, fucking be real. Like don't write some AI shit. Don't copy and paste some shit. I hate when our team does that.
Yeah.
Like,
and you're quick to call people out on it too.
Especially,
like, did you just use AI?
Yeah. Steven is like a huge convictor of this constantly, like, because he wants to sound super professional, but it's like, listen, if you want to do to a client, like, you know, brush up a little bit because everybody's smart now. We all know, we could tell when something seems super like robotic or it's not professional, but it's too proper almost, like the way that it speaks. So it's like, it's so obvious and it's not a great thing. But ultimately, again, why this is so interesting, it's like, why would these platforms go and start to do this stuff where they're going to ban their own product from their own search engines or their own stuff or their own social feeds? But it's like, this stuff was made to help you, you know, brainstorm, not copy and paste. Right. And that's what they're trying to avoid. Like the one thing, guys, when you're thinking about business, you're thinking about anything when it comes to search engines, social feeds, it's always going to be an uphill battle trying to get your stuff to rank. They've always wanted you to work harder, perform better, like think more outside the box. Doing a cookie cutter copy and paste job has never been something they ever wanted to begin with. So now that they have this cool stuff, it's used to bounce ideas off of. It's not used to copy and paste. So that's why, again, it makes total sense. I 100% leverage Grok and ChatGPT and Gemini to get ideas from, but like you'll never see me copy and paste something from it, just because I also hate, like when I was in school and the teachers were like, you don't use a calculator, you're gonna get lazy, right?
Yeah.
Again, back then they didn't know our phones would be strapped with them and ready to go. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't like that for writing in our thinking process, because now it's like we don't have to think anymore. And if we're not thinking the way we used to, we're not learning, we're just like lazy. Okay, write me this, wedding speech. Right. Or write me his best man speech or do whatever. It's like, now we're not thinking and we're not getting creative. We're not growing. We're not stretching. We're not learning. And I hate that. So especially with communication, I'm really big on, that's why, like, you as an example, and even Chris I from our team, like, I'm the person where it's like, if something is wrong, like, I want to fucking fix it right now. And you and Chris are like, well, I'm going to think about it for 12 years. And then let's like have a meeting in 2027. And then like, let's sit down, right? Where I'm like, no, tell me, you're going to think my thoughts out, right? Which I respect, I'm busting chops. But like, I always say to you, like, I want raw thoughts now, right? Like, give me your raw thoughts, because I don't need filtered thoughts. That's why I hate ChatGPT copy paste jobs, because it's like, it's so filtered out that the magic is gone. The magic of communication is real communication.
The emotion behind it.
Right. And also,
that's why you like raw thoughts, is to see like, well, I want to know what you're actually thinking. Like, I want to see like, are you frustrated? Or are you on the same team as me? Are you like, what's going on? Whereas the filtered thoughts is very matter of fact. And I think that's exactly what these AI platforms are, is just,
well, it's just not real.
Exactly.
You know, that's the biggest thing with me, is it's not real. It takes away from that, that like realness. So anyway, but it's crazy, because it's like, imagine being a kid now in this day and age. It's almost like these high school kids got me thinking last night. I'm like, damn, imagine you want to ask a girl out for prom or on a date. She's like, ChatGPT, whip up something nice for me.
I'm sure that's already happening.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be crazy.
Well, I saw that in China, I believe they're teaching children how to use AI as early as age 6. So they're having a class in school now of ways to use AI, which is crazy. So imagine from 6 years old on, you're using that platform.
Right. That's wild. I mean, listen, it's beneficial for them for sure, because ultimately like they have the ability to understand it, know how to use it,
Yeah.
all the benefits and negatives of it. But one of the things that I think about is if you are somebody who is watching this right now and you are younger, or you don't have to be young necessarily, but if you are somebody who's watching this right now and you are younger, okay, or I would say in your middle of your career, young to middle career, it's like, and you like are not going to just leverage AI to do your job only and like just have it do everything for your life. Like if you're going to go out there and you're going to go meet people, be social, pick up the phone, call people, get rugged and leverage AI to help you be better and to learn things and to like, build ideas off of, then you're going to be unstoppable. Because the problem is a lot of people right now, they're going to over leverage AI, right? It's going to be their brain. And so if you have both and you're learning and you're growing and you're not always copy and pasting and you're doing these things from AI, you're going to become a really resourceful person. And that's the thing. It's like, I remember when I used to work at Ruby Tuesdays, my boss at the time, this guy, Chris, he was a really smart dude. He was a finance guy in New York and then kind of changed his life around a little bit. And I remember like this dude knew everything about everything, right? Like they call those like Renaissance people. Like they know a little about everything. And it's like, this dude was that guy. And the crazy part now is I feel like that's going to disappear because everyone's just going to go to their phone. So we don't store stuff anymore. Right. And so it's like at the end of the day, if you're actually leveraging this stuff and you're willing to put in the hard work and you don't let AI just do the hard work for you, then you're going to be a badass. And that's what we need in this world is more badasses, not people who are just going to sit there and be, pop this in and tell me what to do. Like that's, we kind of already have had that without AI. And so now we need people who are going to step up and say, hey, I'm going to be a badass. I'm going to get after it. And I think Dana White said it so well on that one interview where he was like, if you're somebody who's willing to work really hard, because most people in our world right now are not, and you roll up your sleeves and go door knocking and do what you got to do to build your business and to get out there and build your career, like you're gonna succeed. And so at the end of the day with AI is gonna do one. There's only one negative thing. I mean, there's a bunch. There's one negative thing that can happen to us particularly. It's gonna make us more lazy, and that's it, right? Like, and it's funny because like I always talk about this from a consumer perspective. Companies are trying to find how to make us more lazy. And that's what they've been doing, right? Like when you think about like at the end of the day, that's what everything is about. How can we make things more convenient? Convenience, but it's laziness, right? So how can we make the consumer more lazy and how can we feed that laziness? And it's even to the point where it's like at the end of the day, when you think about like, I told you guys like a couple episodes ago about like my health journey and I got blood work and stuff. And it's like so like my doctor was telling me, and there's all these videos out there right now where most people are on cholesterol medicine. And the FDA and all these people are like, oh, you got to be on, cholesterol medicine. Your cholesterol's too high. Now all of a sudden they're saying cholesterol is good for you, right? And there's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol. And it's like, okay, well, why didn't nobody ever talk about the good cholesterol ever? It's always like, just take cholesterol medicine. Your cholesterol is too high. You're gonna clog your arteries. But now they're like, no, cholesterol is great for you. It's good. It's whatever. So it's like, you never really know what to believe in this world anymore. And that's why, like, again, like they're going to give us stuff. The world is going to give us stuff. Businesses are going to give us stuff that we never know what we need or don't need. You have to put the work in. You have to learn. You have to leverage these things. So anyway, rant over.
Yeah. I mean, it will make us lazy. But on the flip side, imagine how smart we can be. Like, imagine how just thinking back to when I had to learn in school, it would take so long to learn one chapter, right, on one specific topic. Now, you can learn that in a matter of 30 seconds. And if you can actually retain the information that you're learning through AI, you can be so unbelievably smart. Think about how much you've learned about your health that you would have never known. You would have had to talk to doctors. You would have had to look at books. You would have had to do so much research, and you were able to do it in a minute.
I'm allergic to books.
Yeah, you definitely are allergic to books.
I'd be screwed if I only had to look at those. But no, you're right. That's 100% accurate.
Yeah, so there's a benefit to it too. All right, we have, we'll do learning from AI customers since we're talking about AI right now. So another way that you can use any sort of AI platform is to program it to believe that it is one of your customers. Teach it everything about that one particular customer, down to if you have their purchase history, what they do for a living. Get to know one of your customers really, really, really well, and then teach AI everything there is to know about that person. Once it starts acting as that customer, you can continue to ask it questions to learn more and more about its buying behavior, what it likes, what it doesn't like, what ads it reacts to, what social
Mm.
content it reacts to. So you're essentially A/B testing before you actually have to put anything out on the market.
Right.
So you can make sure that it's something that your target audience is actually going to engage with.
Right. Yeah, no, I love that. And honestly, what I like about the different prompts, when you think about the prompts, you can ask it to actually, like, if you're gonna have a difficult conversation with an employee or with a leader, or like, you know, whether you're an employee gonna talk to your boss and have a serious conversation, or if you're a team member and you're gonna have a conversation with a customer, whatever the case, you can ask ChatGPT to be the actual customer and make the prompt like, be my customer, be difficult. This is the situation. Give me kickbacks, find kickbacks,
Yeah.
so you can come prepared to that meeting. And that's a fire prompt because it gets you ready to go. I know Devin leveraged that a couple times here. But again, that's the cool part, right? If you use it as a tool, like, you're good to go. So that's the key.
Yep, definitely. All right, I think we have Gen AI cheat codes. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean, realistically, that's kind of one of the things, right? At the end of the day, like, when you think about leveraging this AI, I mean, we've said a lot right now, but like, at the end of the day, use it as a prompt to help you, like, put your career in there. Like ChatGPT for me, like, knows everything, right? Like, ChatGPT knows too much about John right now, like, too much. I think ChatGPT knows more than my wife right now, honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. But at the end of the day, one of those things is, what's up? We got Jamie in the building. What's up, Jamie? What's up? And what's up? So that one of the things, though, is like, it knows so much about me that it can help me better what I'm doing, right? So like, I could ask it questions like, oh, I have this going on in business, or I have this going on in my personal life. Like, what do you think about this? Like, and I could brainstorm with it, right? And I think that's the key benefit, is you have the ability to brainstorm and leverage it, right? Because like, that's the thing. It's like, Tony Robbins, way before Gen AI came out, or ChatGPT, or any of these things, he used to always say, if you want a better quality life, ask better questions, right? And I always remember him saying that. I'm like, well, what the fuck does that mean, right? But like, when you think about it, when you want to leverage Gen AI the best you can as well, you have to ask it the right questions. You have to build the right prompts. Like, the more detailed you are, the better. The more clarity, the more curious you are, the better results you're going to get. So like, that's what you need to leverage Gen AI for. So you could do it in every area of your life, your business, but use it as a resource. Because again, it has the infinite knowledge of searching things that it would take you a long time to find, right? So, but yeah, bottom line is, Gen AI, we just had this at our conference. We don't believe, Adapting Social's core belief right now is that it's not going to replace you unless you do not get with it. You do not get ready for what is to come with Gen AI, right? So if you're not preparing yourself, if you're not getting ready, then of course, like, people who can manage that platform and can do those things are going to beat you out, right? Like, that's just what it comes down to. So if you're not ready like that, then you're going to be left behind. But all right, guys, I think that's all we wrote for this Monday morning on April 14th, aka day before tax day, aka day everybody hates, aka here we go. But happy Monday, guys. I hope you guys crush the rest of your week ahead, and we'll see you next time on Monday at 9 a.m.